Advocate of change, and of course, the First Lady of Change. Otherwise, +27792544329 is actually our WhatsApp line. Come through, and of course, so please join in on the conversation. Going straight to the WhatsApp line, we actually have Andy Legunene come through and says that what an incredible jacket. Now, Bakang all the way in Botswana comes through and says that wow, Miss Pandora Mabai, just wow. And then the Vuo in Tabisa comes through and says that Mtakababa, Mampinja, he's just a coward man. I mean, the guy is huge and Babes is so small. What could she possibly do to him? What self-defense? What's he actually defending himself from? But then again, only Babes can actually get him to actually stay behind the bars. Yeah, man, this Babes Otumo situation is just too sad. You know what I mean? And Ms. Pandora Mabai was also just alluding to the fact that, you know, we as African people really have actually lost it. You know, we've lost sense of culture, we've lost sense of traditions, you know. We've just really lost it, you know, and until we go back to who we are, then we're going to actually start appreciating who we really are, you understand? And really trying to possess the kind of lifestyle what we need to actually possess, because right about now, things are not going so great. Things are really, really, really not going so great. We just need to change. And of course, we need to really go back to who we really are. Ms. Pandora Mabai, let's continue, my dear.
We have to go back.
Yeah.
It's very important. You know, when we were fighting for freedom, it costed us so much in our mind as black children that we became so excited and we lost the most important thing. Singobani. Singobani, who are we? We did not get this freedom for us to be westernized. No. We got this freedom. It's what the Kwame Nkrumahs fought for. It's what the Govan Mbeki fought for. It's what Abo Mandela fought for, you know. And these are the men that fought for us to be that African child and to move forward. So even with Abo Mambinja, and like, I do not condone woman abuse at any given time, because I know how painful it is. I know what it does to you as a woman. I've been in that situation. But I am saying that our men are bleeding. They're bleeding in more ways than one. And they are responding in ways that are not the right way. For you to lift up a hand on a woman, yes, I call you a coward as a man. I call you as a coward as a man. And in order for me to take back that statement from you, Mambinja, right now as a man, it's for you to own up and own your wrong and show other men that what you have done, it is not the way things are ways that things are supposed to be done. And we cannot degrade our brothers by calling them names, but it is within you to come and reclaim your dignity in the community as a man by standing up and saying, yes, I did it. Yes, I was wrong. Yes, I am bleeding. Then we are building a better Africa for all, because he needs to stand up so that other men who are also doing it can understand that we are broken men. Our men are broken.
True. Definitely, for sure. That's one thing.
Our men are broken.
You know? And you know, Sis Pandora Mabai, I know this is like really off topic, you know, but I finally reached out to my dad, and I asked him to kind of help me find out who I am, because I'm really in search of who I really am, you know, because I don't know. You know.
Imagine.
I find that kind of very embarrassing.
Imagine.
I find it very embarrassing. I'm even scared to even talk about this, you know. But now, because you always kind of make me feel comfortable to talk about issues, you know. So I reached out to him, but his response was like so discouraging, you know. And I'm like, okay, cool, sharp. This person really does not want to help me. Where do I go now?
You see, the fact that you have gone into that space of speaking it out of your mouth. Remember that life and death is in the power of your tongue. So you've spoken it. You've put it out to the universe. He might not respond. You will come back to me, because I know words create. Someone will come and they will help you. They will be brought to you. That's how things work. What you are crying for the most, it's Abelungu call it the law of attraction. You understand? And it's gonna come to you, Tabang, because it's about the matter of your heart.
Yeah.
What you are hungry for.
Yeah.
You are hungry to know yourself as an African child. And you are born out of African people. And it will surprise you how mysteriously it will unfold itself. I've been there whereby I reached out to my dad and he couldn't do much. But the way my life unfolded itself thereafter, it's because I have put it out there. It can only come back to me. So it will come to you. And don't try too hard. It will come to you. That's one thing I know for sure. It's going to come to you because you are hungry for it. And izithakazelo zethu ngesixhosa sithi ziziduko zibalulekile kuthi. They're very important.
It's more like your name.
It is your name.
It's who you are.
It's who you are.
You understand? And it's who you should embrace as well.
Exactly.
You understand? And this is also the kind of information that we as men need to impart to the next generation as well.
Thank you.
Understand? And this is where I feel like a lot of guys have actually gotten it super wrong. You understand? We neglected who we are. We are trying so much to actually be westernized that we don't even regard our names as very important. You understand? It's no longer cool for you to actually even know your traditions. It's no longer cool for you to actually even go to the mountains. It's no longer cool for you to actually even practice any traditions whatsoever. But it is very cool for us to be drinking and going out every weekend.
And it's such a painful distraction. Because number one, in Europe, the Queen, the laws have not changed. Their culture has not changed. Instead, we've adapted to who they are. Do we even know who they are? For instance, you'll find an African child rushing for a white wedding more than a traditional wedding. White wedding, it's a white man's culture. It's a white man's culture. And you would find that we find more comfort in it. And there's nothing wrong with you having it. But can you start with who you are first? Can you start with who you are first? And the Western, they're supposed to learn from us on who we are. There's a guy that I want people to follow on social media. Whoever is trying to awaken the African child in you, go and follow I Am Zilikazi. That man on Instagram. Yes, I've got his book.
Love him, you know?
I love that man. I love that man. And that man is say, wake up Africa. Let's teach them who we are. Every day, he's posting things that are speaking on who we are as Africans. And you find that our kids can't even relate to that. Why?
We've lost sense of culture, you know?
Let's go back.
We have lost it, you know? And here's the thing with the world right now, you know? Like, if you speak English, you are smart. You understand what I'm trying to say? Your level of IQ is better. You understand? But now we don't take pride in people speaking isiXhosa the way it's supposed to be spoken. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We don't take pride in someone who's speaking Sesotho the way it's supposed to be spoken. You understand? But we take pride in somebody speaking big words.
Imagine.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You see kids right now, you know, they're bragging and they're speaking English, you know, to their parents. And the parents are also responding in English as well. It's very discouraging. It is very disappointing, you know.
It's disturbing.
We have made English a priority. It's a priority right now for you to actually speak English. If you can't speak English, then hey man, we can't roll with you.
God was not stupid when he birthed us out of this African soil. And you know, Tabang, I've been a product of the disease where I used to think, no, if you can't speak my English because I go to private schools, you're so uncool, you know. And it bleeds me that now at being over 30, this is the time where I'm actually saying, I'm actually cool ngesixhosa sami ndilimpondomise ndinguqengeba ndingudosini ndilithwala umthwakazi you know ndiyintombi yasebukhosini and only now imagine if I was groomed from an early age of knowing exactly who I am.
Imagine
exactly who I am. God loves us as Africans.
Definitely.
God is not going to love you less because you are embracing being an African. He did not make a mistake when he birthed you out of Africa. There was no mistake when the cultures were there. Jews, Muslims, they never lose their culture. They never lose their morals. They never lose who they are. Hence, they are who they are. Jews is the one nation that is so wealthy in the entire world. Why? Because they haven't lost essence of who they are.
True. Facts. That is some facts right there. But now, until we go back to who we are, you know, like Ubaba, who's this timer from Jamaica? Damn it, I'm actually forgetting his name.
You will remember his name.
He said, a tree with no roots cannot withstand the wind, you know? So until you go back to the roots and kind of fix the roots.
Thank you.
Then you're going to withstand the wind. You understand? No matter what comes your way, you're not going to be shaken, really. You understand? And a people that does not know where they come from is a people that don't know where they are going.
There's a say that says, if you...
Marcus Garvey, that's the name, yeah.
You see, I told you. You see, I told it's going to come to you.
Did say, yeah.
If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything.
Sure.
You need to have something that you stand for. And embracing being African does not make God love you less. In fact, he's so pleased that you know your identity. And he did not make a mistake. Because people think, no, then what happens to my relationship with God? Come as you are. Come as you are. Come as you are. We just need to go back. Let's go back to the roots in order for us to bear good fruits. There is so much wealth in Africa. There is so much hope for Africa. But it will not happen up until we embrace who we are and we go back to the roots. The roots. When I speak roots, I speak our culture. You find on Heritage Day, everyone is trying to be cool. Is it a once-off thing where you are embracing who you really are?
You know?
What are you trying to do on that day?
It's just going with the trend on that day. Right? Like, it's really not about
this thing of trending. It must just go. Trend must just fall. You know? It must just fall. Because that's who we are. That's who we should embrace every day of our lives. We are Africans. Must go to gain.
Yes, Miss Pandora Mabai is actually still out here in the building. We really did talk. That was a long conversation.
Yes, it was.
I just realized right now that it's after 10. That's the last hour of the show. Otherwise, welcome to it, everybody.
The abuses that we see with Abo Babes Bodomo, these things can end when we know who we really are. Niyazazi ukuba nizalwa ngobani. So up until we know ukuba sizalwa ngobani and start embracing our culture and who we are, then we will have a better Africa to live in. I look at the Queen Elizabeth. She's so old. She's alive, and you look at Kate, the people that came after or Princess Diane, you know, they are still keeping the same culture, the same custom. Nothing has changed. Why?
It's a winning formula for them.
Thank you. And Africa, being Africans, is our winning formula to show the world who we are. They need to learn from us. But when we have walked away from who we really are, what does the world see about Africa? And are we evolving? We're not evolving when we're losing who we are. Our abundance and our wealth and our prosperity lies with us knowing who we are. Up until we identify who we are, we embrace who we are, we love who we are, and we become proud of who we are, you will see what will happen to the African nation. That's when change will come.
Definitely, for sure. Got a WhatsApp text here coming from Mandeville all the way into Lisa. But when it comes to it, it says that it is so painful not to know who you are, man. And mostly your easy tagazelo, as we render our praises. I once asked my dad about our family praises, and he couldn't actually say much. I was hurt, and I was so jealous and proud of Ubaba Ash Elimhlope, praising himself as a proud Zulu man and a proud Ngobo man. He is actually powerful, and of course I am proud of that. There's so much importance that we actually need to know in our praises, really, you know.
Yes.
We just need to
know. Izduko zethu zibalulekile.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage the young people that are actually listening right now that that's where your power lies. It lies with you understanding exactly who you are. Forget what the world is trying to feed you, saying it's uncool. When they say it's uncool, they're actually stealing from you. Because you will live on what I call survival mode. Because you have not created wealth in such a way that you're even embracing who you are. So start asking your parents questions. Start wanting to get involved. Start wanting to know more about nizalwa ngobani. Who are you? Sanozlibala ukuba nizalwa ngobani. Because the change that we want to see, it starts now at this moment. What are we doing with the truth that we know right now?
Because something needs to be done.
Yes.
Something really, really needs to be done. You know? Ms. Pandora Mabai, you were saying that you said you have to leave, but don't leave now, eh?
I love everyone.
Don't leave now, eh?
I love everyone. On the week of the 19th, I'm not going to be around, but I'm always with you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
in spirit,
always.
I know,
I'm
in spirit,
always.
in spirit.
I'm always. You know, as a motivational speaker, I speak for a living. This is what I do. There's no other way, you know. The voice that brings change. So I get bookings constantly. I get bookings. So when I'm not here on a Wednesday, know that someone, somewhere, government, corporate, someone out there just booked her. And she is doing what she's doing with other people. But I love everyone here.
Yeah, man, thank you so much for coming through. So one of Dagapi, happy Wednesday. Can you please play me Malaysia Kimo Africa? This one goes out to you, Ms. Pandora Mabai, for inspiring me to be unapologetic and proudly African. And
I'm not going to live until I hear it. I am not leaving studio until my dedication comes. Thank you so much. I will wait for it. I will wait for it.
That's what we play right now. And then Gidele also comes to you on the WhatsApp line and says that, Ms. Pandora Mabai, I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too, Kinilwe.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Otherwise, thank you so much, Mr. Pandora, for coming.
Thank you. It's been amazing.
A pleasure, you know, having you in studio, and you know, just for you to come there and always ignite that fire in us. You know, it's always burning, but you know what? Until you hear the words coming out from somebody who's actually walked the path, you know, you kind of also feel like, you know what? I can do this as well. You understand? And you are conquering, and we are putting in strides that, you know what? Only us can be actually really proud of you and proud of the words that you constantly give us right here on #NoMayhem. We appreciate you.
Wow. Thank you so much. I'm humbled. I'm truly humbled. The journey is about leaving behind a legacy for the generations to come, for them to understand that it is okay to be the odd one. It is okay because you're fighting a different fight. And the fight is Vuka Africa. That's the fight.